أشياعه وأتباعه صلاة طيبة مباركة باقية وسلاما مستمرة الدوام على مر الليالي والأيام يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. أما بعد، فقد قال الله تبارك وتعالى في كلامه المجيد والفرقان الحميد: إنما يريد الله ليذهب عنكم الرجس أهل البيت ويطهركم تطهيرا. ثم قال الله تبارك وتعالى: فقل تعالوا ندعو أبناءنا وأبناءكم ونساءنا ونساءكم وأنفسنا وأنفسكم ثم نبتهل. ثم قال الله تبارك وتعالى في مقام آخر: قل لا أسألكم عليه أجرا إلا المودة في القربى. ثم قال الله تبارك وتعالى: ويطعمون الطعام على حبه مسكينا ويتيما وأسيرا إنما نطعمكم لوجه الله لا نريد منكم جزاء ولا شكورا. ثم قال الله تبارك وتعالى في مقام آخر: فاذكروني أذكركم. صدق الله مولانا العظيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا وأصحاب سيدنا ومولانا محمد وبارك وسلم. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا سيدي يا رسول الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا سيدي يا حبيب الله. تمام حضرات پڑھیں محبت کے ساتھ: الصلاة والسلام عليك يا سيدي يا شفيع المذنبين وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا سيدي يا رحمة للعالمين. حمد و सलात के बाद हम सब अल्लाह रब्बुल इज़्ज़त का शुक्र अदा करते हैं कि जिस मालिक ने अपने प्यारे नबी फ़ख्र मौजूदात खुलासाए कायनात मुहम्मद मुस्तफ़ा अहमद मुश्तबा हबीब किबरिया ताजदार मदीना की उम्मत से पैदा फरमाया। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह ताला, it's a great honor for us to be here once again at this Astana Sharif, Astana Aliyah Al-Gaylaniya, Al-Qadariya, Al-Ghawsiya, Mefil, in the presence of Huzur Shahzada Ghawsul Wara, Sayyidul Sadat, Shaykh al-Shuyukh, Sayyiduna wa Murshiduna, Sayyidi wa Murshidi wa Sanadi wa Sikati wa Rajai wa Mawlai, الشيخ السيد هاشم القادر منصور الدين الغيلاني البغدادي حفظه الله تعالى, the custodian, Naqib al-Ashraf, the Sajada Nashin of the Bargah of Sultan al-Awliya al-Salihin, Mahbub Subhani, Qutb Rabbani, Shahbaz ila Makani, الشيخ السيد أبو محمد محي الدين عبد القادر الجيلاني الحسني والحسين, حضور سيدنا غوث الأعظم رضي الله تعالى عنه. Alhamdulillah, as you know, Huzur Sayyidi, he just came from Baghdad Sharif. They have been there a few weeks and we have been watching through social media, alhamdulillah, everything. Especially on every single Friday, Huzur Sayyidi was used to send a special video for the Muridins from the Jali Sharif. And there are some other, our Qadri brothers, the most lucky ones, they have been there, alhamdulillah. So, whenever we come here, I always tell you these things. This is my duty, being a Nokar, being a servant, the Khadim of this Bargah Sharif. We all of us, so lucky, we have no words to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who has given us this opportunity, who has chosen us, all of you, to be here and to do the ziyarah for Huzur Shahzada Ghawsul Wara. We were just sitting upstairs with Huzur Sayyidi, and Huzur Sayyidi was sharing with us there, the priceless, the pearls, the wisdom, beautiful words regarding different things, regarding Ahlul Bayt, regarding Hasnain Karimain, radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma wa salamullahi alayhima. And then Huzur Sayyidina Ghawsul Azam radiyallahu ta'ala. As you know, this month, the month of Muharram, so Huzur Sayyidi was mentioning all these things, what happened during this Mahina and Muharram. The 10th of Muharram is the day of the Shahada of Sayyidina Hazrat Imam Hussain radiyallahu ta'ala and Shuhada Karbala. So main theme was the look at the sabr, the patience, the tawakkul, trusting in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the istiqamah, the firmness. All these maqamat, these terms are used in tasawwuf and in tariqat and Sufism. We use these terms. If someone is sahibul tawakkul hai, someone is sahibul istiqamah hai, someone is sahibul karama hai, वो बड़े सब्र वाला है, वो बड़े तवक्कुल वाला है, वो बड़ी इस्तिकामत वाला है, वो साबित कदमी वाला है. These are all levels and maqamat and darajat. Wallahi, believe me, all these terms and mustalahat, we use these words in tasawwuf. And anywhere we find these things, these are the words which are also used in the Quran as well, some of them. So these are the terms we use, because these are different levels and maqamat, and positions and status. But put all these words in front of the life of Sayyidina Imam Hussain radiyallahu ta'ala. But Imam Ali Maqam's life, his maqam, his azmat, his rifat is higher than all these words. Because he is not an ordinary person. Sayyidina Hazrat Imam Ali Maqam was the grandson of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. That day, that time, 10th of Muharram, on the Sarzameen of Karbala, he was the only grandson of the Prophet ﷺ on earth. He was the only one. Look at the significance and importance. But look at those cruel people. That's what Imam Ali Maqam mentioned this in front of them. Okay, you know me. You know who am I. What is my family lineage. What is my blood is coming from. Where I am coming from. You know everything. And then you want to do all this? This is the irony of our history. Guru Sayyidi was just mentioning upstairs, and this is unique. This is, ये जो बात है, शहादतें पहले भी हुई हैं, बाद में भी हुई हैं, क़यामत तक होती रहेंगी. There are many martyrs. They were martyred before Imam Ali Maqam. Even till today, it is happening. Until the judgment day, it will carry on. It is a part of life. People get the shahada. But Imam Ali Maqam's shahada is so unique, different from others. One thing is, everyone when he is martyred, जब शहीद हो जाता है, उसकी शहादत के चर्चे बाद में होते हैं. Then he becomes famous after the shahada. But Imam Ali Maqam is the one whose shahada was very famous, popular everywhere during the Sahaba, during his childhood. When he was born, Aka alayhi salatu wasallam mentioned everything in the Hadith Mubarak. Imam Ali Maqam वो शहीद है जिनकी शहादत के चर्चे उनके बचपन में होते थे. तो इमाम अली मकाम ने देखे ना एक बात, दूसरी कि वो जो 10 मुहर्रम थी या उससे पहले के सारे हालात थे. अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, most of us have been there in Karbala. Now it's a big city. We have seen all those places, alhamdulillah ta'ala, and inshallah al-aziz, with the tawajjuhat of Huzur Sayyidi and with the du'as and Ghaus Pak's tawajjuhat, inshallah, again will go inshallah in future, again and again, inshallah al-Aziz. मैं लोगों को बताता हूँ कि हम तो वो खुश नसीब हैं, हमने तो जिंदगी में कभी तसव्वुर भी नहीं किया था. Wallahi, ask yourself, I ask myself, never thought in my life who will be there in Karbala Sharif, in Najaf al-Ashraf, Maula Ali's Barga, Imam Musa Kazim's Barga, Imam Abu Hanifa's Barga, Huzur Sayyidina Ghaus al-Azam Barga. How it became possible? All credit goes to Huzur Sayyidi. This is the barakah and blessing of your nisbat, your nisbah. You became the murid. You become the murid of Ghaus Pak, and this nisbat Qadriya took you from here to there. This is the difference. You can understand. Before becoming the murid and after becoming the murid. I tell you myself, my story I've shared with you many times. I went Baghdad Sharif 2011. I was not murid that time. I didn't even see Huzur Sayyidi. They were not there. We stayed there 5-6 days in Baghdad Sharif 2011. I didn't know anyone who went there. And I came back. And after 1 month, Huzur Sayyidi came in the UK. Alhamdulillah, then I became the murid. Then I went, second time it was 2012. After becoming the murid, when I went there, Baghdad Sharif, in the company of Huzur Shahzada Ghausullah, it was totally different. Totally different. Even now, if you go there, and Huzur Sayyidi is there, different. Alhamdulillah ta'ala. Huzur Ghaus Pak's tawajjuhat and their blessings. I always mention this. You try to understand always the significance of this maqam, of this nisbat and this silsila al-Qadariyah. Even in Baghdad Sharif, you must have seen those videos. Huzur Sayyidi was invited by the shuyukh and the ulamas of Baghdad Sharif. His brothers were there. Hasan Ajmal Sahab, Haji Sahab, they were there. Those ulamas and shuyukhs of Arab and Iraq, Baghdad, they understand their maqam. Why were they showing the utmost respect and honor for them? They know the maqam. Because they are the custodian, Naqibullah Sharaf, and Shahzada and Beta of Ghausullah. The same Faizan is being distributed, which was distributed by the hands of Ghaus Pak radiyallahu ta'ala. They know it. Once I was there, a few years back, we were sitting with Huzur Sayyidi in Diwan, an alim, a scholar, a sheikh came from Baghdad Sharif. He was sitting by Huzur Sayyidi, and he was telling his story to Huzur Sayyidi. He saw a dream, and he came in the Baghdad Sharif in the presence of Huzur Sayyidi, and he shared his dream with us. I'm not going to the detail, just telling you, it was all about the Huzur Sayyidi. And he especially came to share with Huzur Sayyidi, to tell that there was some isharat from Ghaus Pak radiyallahu ta'ala. And they said, go to my son, Hashim, go to him. So Alhamdulillah ta'ala, आप कितने, हम सारे कितने खुश नसीब हैं. अब इस बात को मैं एक बात से जोड़ना चाहता हूँ. मैं awam saying all again and again, you are so lucky. The Prophet ﷺ has mentioned this hadith Mubarakah in Tirmidhi Sharif, in many other books of hadith. Sahih hadith. I'm going to leave for you two heavy things. Inni taraktu fikum as-sakalain, kitab Allah wa idrati ahlul bayt. In tamassaktumu bihima lan tadillu ba'di. कुछ अल्फाज दूसरी रवायात की मुख्तलिफ भी है. इसमें आका अलैहिस्सलाम क्या फरमा रहे हैं? I'm going to leave two heavy things for you. One is the Quran, the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the other one is my Ahlul Bayt, my family. Why Aka is specifically mentioning this one? And you know, when you read this hadith and another hadith, at the end the words are very, very important. Aka alayhi is saying, I'm going to leave these two things. If you hold them strongly and tightly, it means if you follow them, you will never go astray. You will never be misguided in your life. Try to understand. Try to understand these words. Actually, Aka alayhi salatu wasalam is giving us the guarantee that if you follow and hold the Quran, the teaching of the Quran and my Ahlul Bayt, you will never be misguided. Guarantee given by the Prophet ﷺ himself. And now look at your naseeb. Alhamdulillah ta'ala. Here we are, alhamdulillah ta'ala, having Quran in our hands and the daman of Ahlul Bayt as well. Physically, alhamdulillah ta'ala. And now Sayyidi just told me there is another hadith. The Prophet ﷺ mentioned three things in this hadith. He always teach your awlad, your children, three things. Okay? So, Quran-e-Kareem, and one of them especially, when the Nabi Kareem mentioned specifically these things. Okay, now it should be the part of your life, the training and teaching of your life. Your children, always teach them, tell them the importance of the Quran and the muhabba of Rasulullah. And specifically, Akasam says, tell them, teach them the muhabbat of my family, Ahlul Bayt. This is the hadith, Akal. He always teach them. We must teach our children. Now you are here, youngsters, the children, you are here. Alhamdulillah ta'ala, we are doing the same duty. We are doing this duty. We are telling you how important is it. Because this is, as I said, guarantee given the Prophet by the Aka ﷺ, you will never go astray if you follow these two. Then at the end, Aka ﷺ says, let's see what you're going to do with them. And تَخْلِفُونِي مَا تَخْلِفُونِي فِيهِمَا. Okay, now we will see. Now let's see what you do with them. Your treatment, your behavior toward them. And what the Ummah has done on the 10th of Muharram. Aka mentioned ages ago. And you know when some shaheed got the shahadat, when he is martyred, Hadith Mubarakah, many angels come and take their ruh and the soul, the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, the group of angels, they come to take the ruh of the shaheed, the court of Allah, any mashhood bil malaika, that normal shaheed, anyone who gets the shahadat, angels come, take his ruh to the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then and there. But the uniqueness of the shahada of Imam Ali Maqam, that is not only mashhood bil malaika, that was mashhood bin Nabi as well. Then not only angels were there, the Prophet ﷺ was there as well. But how? You would ask, how is it? I mentioned here the hadith from Tirmidhi Sharif. Imam Tirmidhi has narrated this one. Hazrat Salma radiyallahu ta'ala, the wife of the Prophet ﷺ, she says, I saw the dream. It was 10th of Muharram. It was happening, this incident of Karbala in Karbala Sharif. She was in Medina Sharif. She saw the dream. And she saw that in her dream the Prophet ﷺ and his hair and his Dari Sharif, the beard was full of, the thighness, and you could see the dust. It was ajib. She was surprised to see. She asked, Oh Ya Rasulullah, what has happened to you? ये क्या हुआ है? मेरे आका, आपने ख्वाब में देखा रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम को, आपकी दाढ़ी मुबारक, सर के बालों पर कुछ गुबार था, कुछ गर्द टाइप चीज थी, जैसे थका हुआ, कहीं से आ रहे हैं, परेशान है. Worried, something has happened. Then Aka alayhi salatu wasalam mentioned to Sayyidah Umm Salma radiyallahu ta'ala anha कि शहीदतु आनिफा, शहीदतु क़त्ल अल-हुसैन आनिफा. These are the words of Tirmidhi Sharif. आका ने फरमाया, उम्मे सलमा मैं अभी मक़तल हुसैन से आ रहा हूँ. I'm just coming from Karbala. I've seen with my eyes the shahadat of Imam Ali Maqam radiyallahu ta'ala. Today we are here for the zikr of Shuhada Karbala and zikrullah, alhamdulillah ta'ala, in the presence of Huzur Shahzada Ghawsul Wara. यानी मैंने पहले कहा जिंदगी में हमने कभी सोचा भी नहीं था इस निस्बत की बरकत से अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह we have seen the Karbala Sharif, we have seen the Najaf al-Ashraf Mawla Ali many times. We have seen those places. We have seen, alhamdulillah ta'ala, some of you maybe haven't, we have seen in Karbala, those places where, the Hazrat Ghazi Abbas al-Mardar, the hands were cut there. And he was trying to fetch the water from the Firat. Those places are there. So all those places we have seen with the barakah of saying this Nisbat al-Qadri. Allah Pak hame us par istiqamat ata farmaye, sabat qadmi ata farmaye. Inshallah now we're going to begin inshallah with the tilawat Quran. अपने प्रोग्राम की इब्तिदाम करते हैं तिलावत कलाम पाक से इंशाअल्लाह। हाफिज कामरान अल-कादरी साहब तशरीफ लाते हैं और तिलावत कलाम पाक से इंशाअल्लाह इसका आगाज करते हैं। नाराए तकबीर, नाराए रिसालत, नाराए हैदरी, नाराए गौसिया, हुजूर शहजादाए गौसुल वरा।
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. فاذكروني أذكركم واشكروا لي ولا يا أيها الذين آمنوا استعينوا بالصبر والصلاة إن الله مع الصابرين. ولا تقولوا لمن يقتل في سبيل الله أموات، في سبيل الله أموات، بل أحياء ولكن لا تشعرون. ولنبلونكم بشيء من الخوف والجوع ونقص من الأموال والأنفس والثمرات فبشر الصابرين الذين إذا أصابتهم مصيبة قالوا إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. أولئك عليهم صلوات من ربهم ورحمة وأولئك هم المهتدون. صدق الله العظيم.
माशाअल्लाह, जज़ाकुमुल्लाह खैर, अहसनुल जज़ा। ऐ हुसैन, हम आपकी अज़मत को सलाम करते हैं। या हुसैन, हम आपकी अज़मत को सलाम करते हैं। अपनी मोहब्बतें चाहतें सब आपके नाम करते हैं। अपनी मोहब्बतें चाहतें सब आपके नाम करते हैं। हम एक शहीद करबला को, हम तहे दिल से एक शहीद करबला को मुबारक सलाम करते हैं, सुबह शाम करते हैं। मुबारक सलाम करते हैं, सुबह शाम करते हैं। और ये अहले बैत अतहार रिदवानुल्लाह ताला अलैहिम अजमाइन का मकाम और इज़्ज़त और रिफ़त कि अहले बैत पाक तो अनोखी शान वाले हैं। अहले बैत पाक तो अनोखी शान वाले हैं। सिर्फ कुरान ही नहीं, साहिबे कुरान वाले हैं। सिर्फ कुरान ही नहीं, साहिबे कुरान वाले हैं। करते हैं जो इज्जत अहले बैत पाक की, ये वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट है। करते हैं जो इज्जत अहले बैत पाक की, हकीकत में मुबारक वही ईमान वाले हैं। ये मैं नहीं कह रहा, ये मेरे आका अलैहिस्सलातु वस्सलाम की हदीस मुबारक है कि जिस दिल में अहले बैत की मोहब्बत नहीं, उसमें ईमान नहीं है। If there is no love for the Ahlul Bayt, the family of Rasulullah in your heart, then there is no iman, no belief, no faith. ईमान का दारोमदार इसी पर है। और याद रखें, I always say this, कि the acceptance of your actions depends upon the perfection of your faith. आमाल की कबूलियत का दारोमदार क्या होता है? ईमान पर है, ईमान के कामिल होने पर है। देखें, एक बंदा सारा कुछ करता है, someone is doing everything, doing charity, reading नमाज, हज, उम्रा, ज़कात, खैरात, सदकात, हसनात, he doing everything. But if there is no iman, will be accepted? No. Iman comes first. Huzur Sayyidi Sayyid Aka alayhi salatu wasalam is saying, if there is no muhabbat of Ahlul Bayt, you know what the muhabbat of Ahlul Bayt? Let me say this directly. Muhabbat of Ahlul Bayt is muhabbat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Understand? Don't worry. I'll mention this. The muhabbat of Ahlul Bayt, let me say again, the muhabbat of Ahlul Bayt, the muhabbat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How is it possible? Aka alayhi salatu wa salam has mentioned many hadith mubarakah. One of them is, man ahabbahuma faqad ahabbani. और दूसरी हदीस में मार के मन हब्बा आला बैती फक़द अहब्बनी, यानी हसनैन करीमैन की अलग अलग भी हदीस मुबारका है ना। और फरमाया एक हदीस मुबारका में, रब से प्यार करो इसलिए कि वो तुम्हें नेमतें अता करता है, यानी लव अल्लाह सुब्हानहू व तआला because he gives you everything, bestows us everything, is blessings. He has given us everything in our life. Well, love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for these things, and love for me for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Love me for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. मुझसे प्यार करो रब के प्यार के लिए, यानी love me for the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you love me, you will seek the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then they say कि हब्बा कराबती व अहल बैती लिहुब्बी, फरमाया मेरी अहले बैत से प्यार करो मेरी मोहब्बत की वजह से, कि love my अहलुल बैत, my family for my मोहब्बत. If you love them, मन अहब्बहुम फक़द अहब्बनी व मन अहब्बनी फक़द अहब्बल्लाह. जिसने उनसे प्यार किया उसने मुझसे किया, जिसने मुझसे किया उसने रब से किया. So indirectly the love of Ahlul Bayt actually the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is why this is ईमान. ईमान है तो बाकी सब कुछ है. तो अहले बैत की मोहब्बत आपके दिल में है तो समझ लें ईमान भी है. अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह ताला, we are proud of it. This is our pride. हमारे दिलों में आका अलैहिस्सलातु वस्सलाम की, हुजूर की आल की, हुजूर के असहाब की, औलिया उम्मत रसूल की, बिलखुसूस सुल्तानुल औलिया के दर के हम तो गुलाम हैं. अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह. गौस पाक से प्यार असल में हुजूर की आल से प्यार है, हुजूर सैयदी से प्यार, हुजूर की आले बैत से प्यार है. ऐसा ही है ना भाई, हुजूर की आले बैत से प्यार, हुजूर का प्यार. हुजूर सैयदी, they were just sharing with us this thing. They were saying if you make them happy, you make Rasulullah happy. अकाल साहब ने कहा ना, हसनैन करीमैन को खुश करोगे तो मुझे खुश करना है, और मुझे खुश करोगे तो रब खुश होगा. हुजूर की रजा में रब की रजा है. ऐसा ही है ना कि अहले बैत की रजा में हुजूर की रजा, और हुजूर की रजा में रब की रजा. If Ahlul Bayt is happy with you, Rasulullah will be happy with you, and the Prophet if he is happy with you, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be happy with you. He'll be happy with you. This is indirectly the love of Ahlul Bayt, the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. अल्लाह पाक अमल की तौफीक मरहूम फरमाए। अब हुजूर शहीदी की इजाजत से अब मैं नाज शरीफ के लिए ब्रदर बहार अल कादरी फ्रॉम बर्मिंघम वो तशरीफ लाते हैं, अपनी हाजिरी पेश करते हैं। नारा तकबीर, नारा रिसालत, नारा हैदरी, नारा गौसिया, शुहदाए करबला, अज़मते शुहदाए करबला, हुजूर शहजादाए गौसुल वरा। दुरूद व सलाम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि या रसूल अल्लाह व सल्लम अलैका या हबीब अल्लाह। वो माहे फरोज़ा वो नैयर ताबा, वो माहे फरोज़ा वो नैयर ताबा, मेरा मुस्तफ़ा है, मेरा मुस्तफ़ा है, मेरा मुस्तफ़ा है, मेरा मुस्तफ़ा है। वो माहे फरोज़ा वो नैयर ताबा, वो माहे फरोज़ा वो नैयर ताबा, मेरा मुस्तफ़ा है, मेरा मुस्तफ़ा है, मेरा मुस्तफ़ा है, मेरा मुस्तफ़ा है। वो 12 रबीउल अव्वल को आए, वो 12 रबीउल अव्वल को आए, जो अव्वल बना है मेरा मुस्तफ़ा है, जो अव्वल बना है मेरा मुस्तफ़ा है। वो माहे फरोज़ा वो नैयर ताबा, तो क्या तूने देखा वो आना वो जाना, कि हैरत में है अब तलक ये ज़माना, कि हैरत में है अब तलक ये ज़माना। वो रब का बुलाना तो सबको दिखाना, वो रब का बुलाना तो सबको दिखाना। ये जो आ रहा है मेरा मुस्तफ़ा है, ये जो आ रहा है मेरा मुस्तफ़ा है। वो माहे फरोज़ा वो नैयर ताबा, वो किस्सा हलीमा के आंगन का पूछो, जवानी से पहले तुम बचपन का पूछो, जवानी से पहले तुम बचपन का पूछो। अभी मुस्तफ़ा ने उठाई है उंगली, अभी मुस्तफ़ा ने उठाई है उंगली, कमर से तो पूछो किधर जा रहा है, कमर से तो पूछो किधर जा रहा है। वो माहे फरोज़ा वो नैयर ताबा, मेरा मुस्तफ़ा है, मेरा मुस्तफ़ा है, मेरा मुस्तफ़ा है, मेरा मुस्तफ़ा है। तन की बात हुई अहलुल बैत की, तो ये मैं चंद अशार आपके साथ शेयर करते हुए wrote myself. regarding पंचतन पाक, 5 great personalities are like, हम कहते हैं ये पंचतन पाक है। नबी करीम अलैहिस्सलाम, the Prophet अलैहिस्सलाम himself, सैयदा तय्यबा ताहिरा, सैयदा कायनात, सैयदा फातिमा ज़हरा रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हा, और सैयदना अली अल-मुर्तज़ा रज़ियल्लाहु मौला अली शेर खुदा और हसनैन करीमैन, these 5, जिसे पंचतन से प्यार है। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह ताला, we have the love for the family of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, अहले बैत के साथ हमारा प्यार है। जिसे पंचतन से प्यार है बेड़ा उसी का पार है। जिसे पंचतन से प्यार है बेड़ा उसी का पार है। करे जो भी जिक्रे पंचतन उसी के घर में बहार है। करे जो भी जिक्रे पंचतन उसी के घर में बहार है। करो आले नबी से प्यार तुम करो। वो जो सारी बातें मैंने मेंशन की ना, मंजूमन यानी वो नसर की सूरत में, जस्ट टॉकिंग टू यू, उस तरह की है। आप इसको पोइट्री की सूरत में कह रहा हूं। ये वो नसर में थी, ये मंजूमन है। ये है करो आले नबी से प्यार तुम, ये हुक्म परवरदिगार है। करो आले नबी से प्यार। कुल्ला सालुकुम अलैहि अजरन इल्लल मवद्दत फिल कुर्बा। ये मोहब्बत लफ्ज जो है ना, अल्लाह रब्बुल इज्जत ने मुवद्दत यूज किया है। तो उलमा फरमाते हैं मुवद्दत और मोहब्बत में देयर इज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन मोहब्बत एंड मुवद्दत। मोहब्बत क्या है? लव, टू लव समवन। और मुवद्दत क्या है? देयर इज अ डिफरेंस। कहते हैं इफ यू लव समवन बट इफ यू डिपार्ट फ्रॉम ईच अदर यू कैन लिव। Don't we love our parents? Don't we love our children? Don't we love our grandparents? But they pass away one by one. We're still living here. दुनिया से चले जाते हैं, प्यार सबसे है, लेकिन still living. We can live without. But we love them. This is love. But say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used the word mawaddat for the family of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Mawaddat means if you have a mawaddat for each other, and they give the example of the fish and the water. This is mawaddat. Fish got the mawaddat with the water. If you take it out from the water, she can't survive. This is mawaddat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, have mawaddat for the family of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Have not only mahabbat, next stage, mawaddat. Love them. If you feel any time, any moment in your life, that there is no mahabbat in your heart, then you can understand you are dead, not a live person. You are gone. इसलिए मवद्दत ये है कि मोहब्बत अहले बैत इस तरह के मवद्दत के लेवल पर जाकर उनसे जुदा होने का तसव्वुर ही ना हो। देयर इज नो कंसेप्ट ऑफ डिपार्टिंग फ्रॉम देम। इसलिए फरमाया कि आले नबी से अगली है कि इनसे मोहब्बत, हुजूर का फरमान है जो उस हदीस को मैं लाया हूं, इनसे मोहब्बत, मुझसे मोहब्बत। इनसे यानी अहले बैत से, इनसे मोहब्बत, मुझसे मोहब्बत, ये इरशाद नबी मुख्तार है। ये इरशाद नबी मुख्तार है। करें इज्जत पंचतन पाक की, करें इज्जत पंचतन पाक की, यही तो आला किरदार है, यही तो आला किरदार है। और फिर ये पंचतन कमली वाले हैं। कमली है द क्लाउड, द प्रॉफिट अलैहिस्सलातु वस्सलाम, he took all of them under his चादर कमली शरीफ। इसको ये उस तरफ इशारा है कि ये पंचतन कमली वाले हैं, ये सबसे बड़ा दरबार है। ये पंचतन कमली वाले हैं, ये सबसे बड़ा दरबार है। जिस दिल में मोहब्बत पंचतन की, जिस दिल में मोहब्बत पंचतन की, उसी दिल में सुकूनो करार है, उसी दिल में सुकूनो करार है। और मुबारक मोहब्बत पंचतन पाक से, मुबारक मोहब्बत पंचतन पाक से ईमान का भी इजहार है, ईमान का भी इजहार है। और फिर मक्ता है कि वो जो नहीं जिनको होती मोहब्बत उनके बारे में है कि बुग़्ज़े पंचतन पाक से। If you don't have love for the Prophet ﷺ, the family of Rasulullah ﷺ, then what happens? बुग़्ज़े पंचतन पाक से एक्चुअली यानी हकीकत में निफाक का इकरार है। ये निफाक है, याद रखें। आका अलैहिस्सलाम ने फरमाया, मौला अली मुश्किल कुशा रज़ियल्लाहु ताला फरमाया था कि हर मोमिन तुझसे प्यार करेगा, हर मुनाफिक तुझसे बुग़्ज़ रखेगा। मतलब यह है तुझसे प्यार मोमिन ही करेगा और जो बुग़्ज़ रखेगा वो मुनाफिक ही होगा। मैं कि all those who love you Ali, they'll be the true believers. And true believers will love you. And those who don't have love for you, they are the munafiq, the hypocrites. अब याद रखें कुरान करीम के लफ्ज़ मुनाफिक के लिए यूज होता है ना, वो काफिर से भी बदतर है। अब ये अलग डिटेल बहस में उसमें नहीं जाना चाहता। कुरान करीम ने इस्तेमाल फरमाया मुख्तलिफ जगहों पर मोमिन, काफिर और मुनाफिक, ये तीन है। ये तीनों कुरान करीम में मेंशन होते हैं। मोमिन तो मोमिन है और काफिर काफिर है। बोथ आर क्लियर। ये कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ द कुरान। मोमिन द बिलीवर, दे आर क्लियर, दे आर द बिलीवर्स, एंड द काफिर दे आर क्लियर, दे आर डिसबिलीवर्स। They express it, they don't believe it. But the munafiq is the more dangerous one. Hypocrites, because they don't know about them what's in their heart. Whatever they say, that is different. Whatever they do, that is different. Quran Kareem has mentioned all these things. Anyway, अब हुजूर सैयदी की इजाजत से मैं बुलाता हूँ तहसीन अल-कादरी कि वो तशरीफ लाएं और अपनी हाजिरी पेश करें। नाराए तकबीर, नाराए रिसालत, नाराए हैदरी, नाराए गौसिया, अज़मते शुहदाए करबला। या अल्लाह या रहमान या रहीम या अरहमर राहिमीन या रब्बुल आलमीन या अल्लाह या अली या अज़ीम या हलीम या अलीम أنت ربي وعلمك حسبي فنعم الرب ربي ونعم الحسب حسبي تنصر من تشاء وأنت العزيز الرحيم يا الله يا نور يا قدوس يا أول الأولين يا آخر الآخرين طالع النور المبين نور خير المرسلين نور أمن وسلام نور حق ويقين يا رسول الله انظر حالنا يا حبيب الله اسمع قالنا إنني في بحر هم مغرق خذ يدي سهل لنا أشقالنا مريدي لا تخف الله ربي أعطاني رفعة نلت المنال وعبد القادر المشهور اسمي وجدي صاحب العين الكمال امدادكن امدادكن أزرنجهم آزادكن تردين دنيا شادكن يا غوث اعظم دستگیر امدادكن امدادكن أزرنجهم آزادكن تردين دنيا شادكن يا غوث اعظم دستگیر صلى الله عليك يا رسول الله وسلم عليك يا حبيب الله مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم هو الحبيب الذي ترجى شفاعته هو الحبيب الذي ترجى شفاعته لكل هول من الأحوال مقتهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم دعا إلى الله فالمسلمين
المستمسكون به دعا إلى الله فالمستمسكون به مستمسكون بحبل غير منفسم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم محمد سيد الكونين والثقلين محمد سيد الكونين والثقلين والفريقين من عرب ومن عجم مولاي صل وسلم أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم ثم الرضا عن أبي بكر وعن عمر ثم الرضا عن أبي بكر وعن عمر وعن علي وعن عثمان ذي الكرم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم يا ربي بالمصطفى بلغ مقاصدنا يا ربي بالمصطفى بلغ مقاصدنا واغفر لنا ما مضى يا واسع الكرم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم سيد المرسلين خاتم النبيين رحمة للعالمين شافع المذنبين ایمان ملا ان کے صدقے ایمان ملا ان کے صدقے قرآن ملا ان کے صدقے قرآن ملا ان کے صدقے رحمان ملا ان کے صدقے رحمان ملا ان کے صدقے سب کچھ ملا ان کے صدقے وہ کیا ہے جو ہم نے پایا نہیں اللہم صلی علی سیدنا و مولانا محمد اللہم صلی علی سیدنا و مولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم
ये कादरी निस्बत की बरकतें हैं सारी अल्लाह पाक मज़ीद बरकतें अता फरमाए इन बच्चों पे before I forget this Guru Sayyidi told me to mention this you know we come to the Astana Sharif Guru Sayyidi was talking about the hat कादरी जो टोपी हम पहनते हैं तो हुजूर फरमाते हैं कि जब अगर if there is a soldier without weapons not a soldier तो इसलिए ये आप कादरी आस्थाना पे आते हैं तो ये got the hat wear them we always got this is our taj the crown this is our crown alhamdulillah taala ये हमारा ताज है ये हमारा क्राउन है ये कादरी टोपी you can't buy this from anywhere else हुजूर सईदी की बात then value this. Try to understand the significance of this hat and topi. Sayyidi specifically, he told me to mention this. All those who are the murideen, when you come, especially Astana, will say, this is Markaz. You come here, and this Astana must wear the Qadri topi. This is our identification, alhamdulillah ta'ala. Believe me, if you wear this hat, wherever, all over the world, wherever you go in any country, wherever you are, if you wear this, anyone, murid, if you don't know them, wherever they are, they'll come to you and ask you, you are the murid of Sayyid Hashim Al-Gaylani. It has happened many times with many brothers. Even Makkah Sharif, Medina Sharif, wherever you go, if you wear the hat, you know it. Last time, this time, when we were there in Baghdad Sharif, you know, we looked everywhere, these topis were everywhere. Then you could tell, whoever come from, let's say from all over the world, came from India, from South Africa, from America, Europe, Pakistan, anyway, they came to Baghdad Sharif and they became the murid of Huzur Sayyidi, and they're wearing these hats. And then you can tell, these are the murideen of Huzur Shahzad Ghaus. Especially think wearing this hat and becoming the murid of Ghaus Pak and now showing your hat to the Ghaus Pak radiyallahu ta'ala. This is, try to this way, understand this way. You're wearing this, and there's a story. वैसे तो किंग स्टोरी होती है इस तरह की चीजें कि गजनवी के बारे में स्टोरी है और शायरान के बारे में स्टोरी है कि they went to the Hajj or Umrah anyway, Makkah Sharif, Medina Sharif. They were together. They meet each other there in Makkah Sharif or Medina somewhere. So Shairan was wearing very expensive, you know, the dress, whatever it was. And the Ghaznavi was very, very simple. And he asked him, why are you wearing, you are very big ruler, Ghaznavi Muslim leader, and very, this sada labas and simple. He said, we have come to the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Rasulullah, we are showing our simplicity. We don't need to show this. And they asked him, why are you wearing this expensive one? He said, I've come to the Bargah of Ghaus Pak, to Bargah of Rasulullah to show whatever you, because of your barakah we have got this, so we are wearing this. Alhamdulillah ta'ala, this hat is our crown, our taj. ये हमारे सरों पर होता है. जब आप बैठते हैं, याद रखें, ये कोई मामूली टोपी तो नहीं है ना. When Huzur Sayyidi give us with their own hands, okay? उसको आप they put on your head when you become the murid. So there is something behind it. I've seen many brothers, and they always want Huzur Sayyidi to keep their head on their head. Otherwise, we give them, okay, you can wear this. But some of them I've seen, they always try to ask, request Huzur Sayyidi to put this hat on their head. क्या ये this is the barakah, special blessings. अल्लाह पाक हमें इस पर भी साबित कदमी अता फरमाए. अब मैं काशान अल-कादरी से कहता हूँ आगे आए और अपनी हाजिरी पेश करें. माशाल्लाह, there is another Qadri soldier, माशाल्लाह, is coming. Here this is the barakah of Ghaus Pak's blessing. बच्चे becoming Naat Khan, माशाल्लाह. नारे तकबीर, नारे रिसालत,
सल्लल्लाहु अलैका या रसूलल्लाह व सल्लल्लाहु अलैका या हबीबल्लाह. सारे नबियां दा नबी तू इमाम सोनिया. सारे नबियां दा नबी तू इमाम सोनिया. लखां तेरे ते दुरूद ते सलाम सोनिया. लखां तेरे ते दुरूद ते सलाम सोनिया. तेरे सदके जहान सारा बनिया. तेरे सदके जहान सारा बनिया. तेरे वास्ते कुरान सारा बनिया. तेरे वास्ते आया तेरे जिया किस नाम काम सोनिया लगा तेरे ते दुरूद ते सलाम सोनिया लगा तेरे ते दुरूद ते सलाम सोनिया तेरे वर्गा हबीब दस के आए तेरे वर्गा हबीब दस के आए ऐ ना रब दे करीब दस के आए ऐ ना रब दे करीब दस के आए तैनू ऐहो जिया मिलिया इनाम सोनिया तैनू ऐहो जिया मिलिया इनाम सोनिया लखा तेरे ते दुरूद ते सलाम सोनिया लखा तेरे ते दुरूद ते सलाम सोनिया तैनू अरशां ते रब ने बुलाया तैनू अरशां ते रब ने बुलाया शान तेरे जिया और किसने पाया है शान तेरे जिया और किसने पाया है होई तेरे ते नबूवत तमाम सोनिया होई तेरे ते नबूवत तमाम सोनिया लखा तेरे ते दुरूद ते सलाम सोनिया लखा तेरे ते दुरूद ते सलाम सोनिया सारे नबियां दा नबी तू इमाम सोनिया सारे नबियां दा नबी तू इमाम सोनिया लगा तेरे ते दुरूद ते सलाम सोनिया लगा तेरे ते दुरूद ते सलाम सोनिया
अब अगले हाजिरी देने के लिए अख्तर कादरी हम इंशाअल्लाह वो आते हैं और अपनी हाजिरी पेश करते हैं। अख्तर कादरी नाराए तकबीर नाराए रिसालत नाराए हैदरी नाराए हैदरी अजमत शुहदाए करबला नाराए गौसिया हुजूर शहादाए गौसुल वरा
सल्लल्लाहु अलैका या रसूल अल्लाह सल्लम अलैका या हबीब अल्लाह मेरे मौला 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 मेरे मौला मौला मेरे मौला 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 मेरे मौला 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 मेरे मौला मेरे मौला मेरे मौला मेरे मौला मेरे मौला मौला मेरे मौला मेरे मौला अपना हरम दिखा दे दोनों जहां के मालिक अपना हरम दिखा दे दोनों जहां के मालिक किस्मत मेरी जगा दे किस्मत मेरी जगा दे दोनों जहां के मालिक ऐ मेरे मौला 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 ऐ मेरे मौला 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 बरसों से आरज़ू है तैबा की जोस्त तैबा की जुस्तजू है, एक बार ही दिखा दे, एक बार ही दिखा दे। दोनों जहां के मालिक है मेरे मौला, मौला 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 है मेरे मौला, मौला मौला है मेरे मौला, मौला 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 है मेरे मौला, मौला मौला।
इंशाअल्लाह गौस पाक की बारगाह में अहले बात का जिक्र हुआ, ऊपर से हुजूर गौस पाक की बारगाह में बड़ी फेमस मेरी मनक़बत है, चंद अशार में आप मेरे साथ पढ़ें ज़ौक़ के लिए कि कादरी निस्बत मिली और क्या चाहिए, कादरी निस्बत मिली और क्या चाहिए, इतनी अज़मत मिली और क्या चाहिए, इतनी अज़मत मिली और क्या चाहिए। और सगाने जीला में हमको भी शामिल किया, सगाने जीला में हमको भी शामिल किया। हर एक नी इज्जत मिली और क्या चाहिए, इतनी इज्जत मिली और क्या चाहिए। और सर झुकाते औलिया भी जाके जहां, सर झुकाते औलिया भी जाके जहां, ऐसी चौखट मिली और क्या चाहिए, ऐसी चौखट मिली और क्या चाहिए। और सैयदी हाशिम है मज़हरे गौसुल वरा, सैयदी हाशिम है मज़हरे गौसुल वरा। अरे इनकी सोबत मिली और क्या चाहिए, इनकी सोबत मिली और क्या चाहिए। और सब ही चाहने लगे जब से इनके हुए, सब ही चाहने लगे जब से इनके हुए। अरे ऐसी चाहत मिली और क्या चाहिए, ऐसी चाहत मिली और क्या चाहिए। और गौसुल आज़म का दामन सहारा मेरा, गौसुल आज़म का दामन सहारा मेरा। इतनी रिफ़ाअत मिली और क्या चाहिए, इतनी रिफ़ाअत मिली और क्या चाहिए। और है शबो रोज इनकी मुझ पे नजर, अब सबको शामिल करते हैं। है शबो रोज इनकी हम पे नजर, है शबो रोज इनकी हम पे नजर। इतनी शफ़क़त मिली और क्या चाहिए, इतनी शफ़क़त मिली और क्या चाहिए। और मकता है अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह ये हमारा ईमान है और ऐसा ही है। वह न कुरान करीम में कि यौम नदउ कुल्ला उनासिम बिइमामिहिम, क़यामत के दिन हर एक को उसके इमाम के साथ बुलाया जाएगा. Everyone will be called in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on the day of judgment with his imam, with their imams, with their leader, with their sheikh. Under their supervision and guidance, they will be called in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. उस तरफ इशारा है. मुबारक छोड़ेंगे महशर में कैसे हमें. We are there. Oh, they won't leave us, inshallah. मुबारक छोड़ेंगे महशर में कैसे हमें. मुबारक छोड़ेंगे महशर में कैसे हमें. अरे ऐसी संगत मिली और क्या चाहिए. ऐसी संगत मिली और क्या चाहिए. कादरी निस्बत मिली और क्या चाहिए. Then what do you need more? You got the Qadri nisbat, you got everything. हुजूर गौस पाक की बारगाह की निस्बत मिल गई. What else you need? Everything is there. ये ऐसा ही है. अब मैं इसको वैसे आका अलैहिस्सलाम की हदीस मुबारका है ना, जो ये जो कब्र में सवाल होंगे. कब्र में 3 सवाल होते हैं. 3 क्वेश्चन इन द ग्रेव वी आस्क. Man Rabbuk, who is your Lord? Everyone passes away and have to answer these questions. Who is your Lord? Then second question, Ma Deenuk, what is your religion? The third one is Ma Kunta Taqulu fi haqqi Hazur Rajul. Hazur Rajul Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then what you are used to say? What do you say about this personality? Then Muhammad Rasulullah, the Prophet alaihi salatu wasalam. You know, this hadith hasn't been mentioned in Bukhari Sharif. 3 questions. Hasn't been mentioned in Muslim Sharif. 3 questions. 3 question hadith. 3 question hadith has been mentioned in Abu Dawud Sharif. And what has been mentioned in Bukhari Sharif and Muslim Sharif? Only one thing. Only one question. And it means Imam Bukhari has mentioned only one. Imam Muslim has mentioned only one. Which one? You will be asked only one question. Ma kunta taqulu fi haqqi Hazur Rajul Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They say you will be asked about the Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Imam Bukhari and Imam Muslim, both of them, they have taken this hadith, mentioning one thing, not 3. One question. Why is it that they know it? This is the main question. First 2 ones you can say optional. Third one is compulsory. If someone says I believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I'm going to clarify with you why I'm saying this. There are many people who believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? They don't believe in the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam. They're not Muslim. Are they Muslims? No. There are many. They say the name whatever about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They believe different ways. If someone is believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala but don't believe in the prophethood of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, will he be Muslim? No. If someone is following any religion, the divine religion, Christianity, there are only 3 on earth. Judaism, Christianity and Islam. Christianity, if he follows any religion, will he be Muslim if he is not following the deen of the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? No. Then, now you can understand, if you follow the deen of Rasulullah, if you believe in the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, actually you have believed everything in it. You believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you are following the deen of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and you believe in the Prophet alayhi salam. So one question, that is the compulsory one. And interesting thing is, first question is asked, the next is coming. Second question is asked, third is coming. When third question is asked about the Prophet alayhi salam, then no more questions. Means, now it's final. Final question is about the Prophet alayhi salam. आका अलैहिस्सलाम के क्वेश्चन के बाद कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है. रसूलुल्लाह की तालीमात में तौहीद भी शामिल है, इसी में दीन भी शामिल है, इसी में रिसालत भी शामिल है. सब कुछ इसी क्वेश्चन के अंदर है. बस हुजूर को फॉलो किया, यू हैव फॉलोड एवरीथिंग. मैंने वो बात इसलिए बोली, मैंने कहा हुजूर गौस पाक की बारगाह की निस्बत मिली, यू गॉट एवरीथिंग. ठीक है, इसलिए कि दिस मींस कि टीचिंग ऑफ द गौस पाक radiyallahu ta'ala is the teaching of the Quran, teaching of the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, teaching of the deen, teaching of the Islam. Everything is there in the teaching of Ghaus Pak radiyallahu ta'ala. You got the nisbat of Ghaus Pak, you got everything in it. Alhamdulillah. Now, with the permission of Hazur Sayyidi ki ijazat se, I request karta hu brother Hassan Al-Qadri, mashallah, is so lucky he has been there in Baghdad when Hazur Sayyidi was there. So Alhamdulillah, and I would like him to share with us some, inshallah, his experience. Mashallah, he was there, and Hassan Ajmal Saab, he found me from there, from the Jali Sharif. Although Hazur Sayyidi also, they always do this, Alhamdulillah, they are Bani. We are nothing, we are nokat, servants. Hazur Sayyidi called me from the Khalwat room, and they say, okay, switch on the video and you can see the Jali Sharif now. Do the ziyarah. And one day, brother Hassan Ajmal Al-Qadri, they found me, Alhamdulillah, and I did the ziyarah of Jali Sharif. अब वो तशरीफ लाएंगे, अपनी हाज़िरी पेश कर दे। नाराए तकबीर, नाराए रिसालत, नाराए हैदरी, अज़मत शुहदाए करबला, नाराए गौसिया, हुजूर शहज़ादाए गौसुल वरा।
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह व कफ़ा व सलामुन अला इबादिहिल्लज़ीना इस्तफ़ा ख़ुसूसन अला सय्यिदिना व नबिय्यिना मुहम्मद मुस्तफ़ा व अला आलिहि व अस्हाबिहि व नुस्रिहि व सफ़ा। अम्मा बअदु फ़क़द क़ाल अल्लाहु तबारक व तआला फ़िल क़ुरआनिल मजीद वल फ़ुरक़ानिल हमीद फ़ज़्कुरूनी अज़्कुरकुम। सदक़ल्लाहु मौलानल अज़ीम व सदक़ रसूलुहुन नबियुल करीमुल अमीन व नहनु अला ज़ालिका लमिनश शाहिदीना व शाकिरीना वल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन। इन्नल्लाहा व मलाइकतहु युसल्लूना अलन नबी या अय्युहल्लज़ीना आमनू सल्लु अलैहि व सल्लिमू तस्लीमा। अल्लाहुम्मा सल्लि अला सय्यिदिना व मौलाना मुहम्मद व अला आलि सय्यिदिना व मौलाना मुहम्मद व बारिक व सल्लिम व सल्लि अलैहि। अस्सलातु वस्सलामु अलैका या सय्यदी या रसूलल्लाह व अला आलिका व अस्हाबिका या सय्यदी या हबीबल्लाह। अस्सलातु वस्सलामु अलैका या सय्यदी या रसूलल्लाह व अला आलिका व अस्हाबिका या सय्यदी या हबीबल्लाह। अस्सलातु वस्सलामु अलैका या रहमतल लिल आलमीन व अला आलिका व अस्हाबिका या खातमन नबिय्यीन। All praises are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the creator and the cherisher of the world, and infinite salutations upon the best of creation, the light of creation, the purpose of creation, none other than Sayyidina Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam. Indeed, it is a great honor once again that we have gathered in the Astana of Huzur Shemshai Baghdad, Huzur Qutb-e Rabbani, Mahbub-e Subhani, Shahbaz-e Lamakani, Al-Gindil-e Nurani, Ghaus-e Samadani, Piran-e Pir Dastagir, Al-Sheikh Al-Sayyiduna, Abu Muhammad Muhyiddin, Abdul Qadir Al-Jilani, Al-Hasani wal-Husaini radiyallahu ta'ala. There are many events taking place all over the world in the remembrance of Shuhadai Karbala, and always it is an honor for me, a great privilege and a blessing that we will remember Hazrat Imam Ali Muqam, Sayyidina Imam Hussain alayhi salam wa radiyallahu ta'ala anhu in front of their beloved grandson. Wherever we go around the world, around the country, whether that Mefil or that Zikar or that remembrance is accepted or not, we do not know. But one thing I am sure of when I come here is, why will it not be accepted? There is no question in the acceptance. We are gathered for the Zikr of Imam Ali Muqam, Shahzada Rasul, Jigar Gosha Batul, Raqib Dosh Mustafa, Hazrat Imam Ali Muqam, Sayyidina Imam Hussain alayhi salam wa radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran, as I recited in the opening, that mention me and I will mention you, or remember me and I will remember you. Now what we must understand about Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam, about the Ahlul Bayt, about the friends of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they have remembered Allah their entire life. So that promise which Allah has made, that remember me and I will remember you, we have been created as a form of that promise. Because today Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has gathered me and you, why? To uphold that promise. that Sayyidina Imam Ali Muqam, Hazrat Imam Hussain, remembered Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala his whole life. Today we are remembering them. So today we have been made to remember Imam Ali Muqam, Sayyidina Imam Hussain radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. And what we must remember is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has spoken about this household. Qibla Sahib mentioned in the opening about the mention of the Ahlul Bayt in the Quran. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spoke to Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam. What did he speak about? The family of Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam said, and I will just put this hadith short because time is limited. They said, Uhiya ilayya fi aliyin salathun. That three things were revealed to me as a wahi about Sayyidina Ali al-Murtaza Karmallah Ta'ala Wajhal Kareem. The first one, Innahu Sayyid al-Muslimin. That Hazrat Ali al-Murtaza, look at who is saying it. And who is it being said to? It's not a normal person saying it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam, Innahu Sayyid al-Muslimin. Say Subhanallah. We're talking about the family of Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam. When I mention a hadith, if you understand or don't understand, just say Subhanallah, because this will bring barakah in the gathering. And we are mentioning it in front of the family of Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam. Or let me tell you a different way. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam about Huzur Sayyidi's grandfather, that Innahu Sayyid al-Muslimin. Sayyidina Ali is the leader of all the Muslims, wa Imam al-Muttaqeen, and he is the Imam of the pious. This Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam why this is a lesson and teaching for us. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam expressed a lot of muhabbat for their grandsons in their life, and that for us was a lesson to love the family of Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam. They said in a very beautiful hadith that Innal Hasana wal Husayna Sayyada Shabab Ahl al Jannah wa Abuhuma Khairun Minhuma aw kama qala alayhi salatu wasalam. They said that Sayyidina Imam Hassan and Sayyidina Imam Hussain radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, they are the leaders of the youth in paradise. In another hadith they said, everybody will be young in paradise. So if we put the two ahadith mubarakah together, it means that they are the leaders of everyone in paradise. Wa abuhuma khairun minhuma, and their father, he is even greater than them. Their father's maqam is greater than them. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam said that Imam Sayyidina Hassan and Imam Sayyidina Al-Hussain radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, they will be the eyes in which I will see in paradise. Rayhanat al-Rasul, they will look through these two blessed grandsons. So the maqam and martaba of the grandsons is so high, and we are commemorating and remembering their shahadat. You know, Hazrat Imam Ali Muqam, Sayyidina Imam Hussain, they gave their heart in the bargah of Allah, and today Allah gave Sayyidina Imam Hussein's our hearts today. Our hearts are for the Ahlul Bayt. Hubbu Ahle Bayt Muhammadin Khairun min ibadati samadin. This is a Sahabi Rasul, Sayyidina Abdullah bin Masud radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. He said, loving the Ahlul Bayt for 1 second, just for one moment, is better than worshipping continuously for the entire year. And then he went on to say about this same saying, he said, even if you worship in the Kaaba Sharif, in the Mataf, if you worship around the Kaaba for 1 whole year continuously, loving the Ahlul Bayt for 1 second of your life is better than that ibadah. Because from the love of Imam Hussain, what I have analyzed according to my own research is the main thing, that the biggest thing which you can achieve. Rasulullah ﷺ was holding their beloved grandson. They said, I love him. Then they raised their blessed head Mubarak towards the sky. They said to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you love him and love those who love him. Love those who love Imam Hussain. This is guaranteed love from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One day a person came in the bargah of Huzur Shanshai Baghdad. As you know, we have just come back from Baghdad Sharif, alhamdulillah. It is their karam and their fazl and their rahmat that they call us gunahgar time and time again. A person came to Huzur Shanshai Baghdad's bargah, Sayyidina Ghaus al-Azam radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. And her child, he had passed away. There was one famous karamat of Huzur Ghaus al-Azam, whoever met them and did salam with them, they would not die that day. So this woman, she brought her child. She did not go to any doctor. She did not go to any surgeon. she did not go to the hospital. She went to the bargah of Hazur Sayyidina Ghawsul Azam radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Because Allah Ta'ala has given him that martaba and that maqam, that Shah Abdul Haq Muhaddis Delhi Rahmatullah Ta'ala said, when you go to the bargah of Ghawsul Azam, you are not visiting a dead person. Remember this. You are going into the bargah of someone who is alive. Not only is he alive, he is sitting on a throne. Not only is he sitting on the throne, he knows why you are coming as well. He knows why you have come to him. The only difference is that you cannot see him, but he can see you. So she came to the bargah of Hazur Ghawsul Azam, and they was famous for in their lectures or in their speech, when they used to give dars, Hazur Ghawsul Azam used to ask sometimes the audience to repeat what has been said. And if the person was delayed, Ghawsul Azam used to say to them, die. And the person used to die. They used to say, die in the majlis, and the person, they used to die. And then at the end they would say, everyone who has died now stand up. And the dead would come back to life. Even today, Shamshai Baghdad is bringing dead hearts back to life. This is the maqam Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to them. So this woman thought that my child has died, so when Ghawsul Azam tells everyone to rise, my child will come back to life as well. She placed the child in the dead people. At the end of the dars, Hazur Shamshai Baghdad told all the dead people, come back to life. When they came back to life, her child was still dead. So then she understood. Then, because for a mother, only a mother knows what it is like to lose a child. So the mother, then she understood that my child, actually, he's passed away. But whose bargah is she in? Bargah of Hazur Shamshai Baghdad, Sayyidina Ghawsul Azam radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Where nothing is difficult for them. Nothing is hard for them. You don't even have to ask in that bargah. So she says to Hazur Ghawsul Azam, the dead child is lying there, and she says, please bring my child back to life. And Hazur Ghawsul Azam only replied once. They said, your child did not die because of me, so that's it. She said again, please bring my child back to life. Hazur Ghawsul Azam stayed quiet. Again, please bring my child back to life. Now Hazur Shamshai Baghdad became in Jalal. Sometimes they become angry. And when they become angry, this is a rahmat for the believers as well. When they become angry, it is mercy for the mu'mineen. When they became angry, they lifted their hand up like this, they brought it back down and they threw it on the ground, and the dead person came back to life. The dead child came back to life. And then Sayyidina Ghawsul Azam said to that woman, your child, he did not die because of me, but because you kept asking and asking. Israel alayhi salam, he was going back today with all the souls that he took from the world. He was taking it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I snatched all of the souls from his hand. And everyone who died today in the world, all of them came back to life. What we learn from this karamat is two things. Number one, you ask Ghawsul Azam for something, he will not send you back empty. And number two, when they give to you, it does not benefit just you, it benefits the people around you. You know, this nisbat is not just for yourself, for your family, for your friends, for your associates, for your neighbors. They all come affected by this and blessed by this nisbat as well. So Sayyidina Ghawsul Azam returned all of the ruh of the dead people back on that day. When we was in Baghdad Sharif, and I will just finish upon this point. On the last day when I was there, I was going to the Jali Sharif, I made Fatiha, and then I said something to Sayyidina Ghawsul Azam in my heart. Whatever my emotion and feeling was at that time, I said to Ghawsul Azam that today is my last day, and I don't know if I will come back here ever again. If it is written in Nasib, it is written, but if it is not, it is not. So I don't know if I will come back to your bargah again. So just one request that, as you know, where Hazur Shahzada Ghawsul Wara, when they opened the Jali Mubarak, you've seen the videos, that's the Qadaman Sharif of Hazur Ghawsul Azam radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. So my wish was that I kiss your Qadaman Sharif before I leave. Just want to kiss the Qadam Mubarak before I go. But there's a barrier between the Jali Sharif, the ladies, the women, they come and do ziyarat at that time. Anyway, I did my darkhas, and now it's their choice. For a ghulam, or for a mandata, for a beggar, he just has to put the request in. He does not worry about how it will be done, or where it will be done, or why it will be done, or what's going to happen. No, you've done the request and you leave the request in the bargah of Hazur Shamshai Baghdad radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Then I left that, I came out. As I was coming out, the khadim who was there at the Jali Sharif, Sayyid Abdul Rahman, he said to me, when are you going back? I told him, I'm going in the morning after Fajr. he said, we're closing the Jali Mubarak now, and we're going to polish the floor. And if you want, you can help us, but first ring Huzur Shahzada Ghaus al-Bara and ask them for that permission. Hazur Sayyidi was in Iraq, but they were traveling and they were giving Hazri at the Mazar Aqdas of their great grandfather Sayyid Abdul Aziz radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, the beloved son of Hazur Wasi Azam. Now at that time, I knew in my heart already, even if I don't ring Sheikh Sahab, they will not say no to me. But this is maqam adab. Even if you know something, you still have to ask them. In tariqah, there is also the lesson of adab. You know, tariqah is all about adab. Hazrat Siri Sakhti radiyallahu ta'ala anhu said that tasawwuf is good character, and Sayyidina Junaid al-Baghdadi radiyallahu ta'ala anhu said tasawwuf is having respect, having adab. So you combine both of these things together, then they work hand in hand. So the Khadim said to me, ring Huzur Shahzada Ghaus al-Bara. But a point for you Murideen to understand is, I am asking Ghaus al-Azam and he's saying ring Huzur Shahzada Ghaus al-Bara. This is connection of the hearts. I don't need to go too deep into this. I ran Huzur Shahzada Ghaus al-Bara, I explained to them, and they said, okay, go. Then they said, go now. Go to him, go and polish. This is what you came for, your khidmat. So I went back, I told him that they have given me the permission. He said, come inside. When I went inside, he said, this is the hoover, this is the mop. Now I will go and eat my dinner. It's my lunch time. So this is for you. So Alhamdulillah, by that wasila, for 45 minutes I was serving just on my own at the Jali Sharif of Huzur Sheikh Shah Baghdad. Now, not just that, as I was serving, you know, sometimes your emotions, they override your mind. So I was just doing khidmat. Then I realized that where am I? I'm in the Qadam Sharif of Hazrat Wasi Azam. I'm in the Qadam Mubarak. Then I kissed the Qadam Mubarak, I made dua, and then I left that day. But I asked Hazrat Wasi Azam for something, and the deciding factor, whether it was a yes or whether it was a no, was from the Ulad of Hazrat Sayyidina Ghaus al-Azam, from their blessed son. So that was the intermediary. That was the deciding factor, and that was the key, that whether it will happen or it won't happen. For myself, that was a lesson, but the reason why I share with you is that Nisbat has opened all the doors for us. As Qibla Hafiza mentioned, from Baghdad Sharif all the way to Medina Sharif, all the doors have opened with this Nisbat. But even with the Nisbat in Tariqat, in Sufism, there is a system. There is a system in place. Hazur Sheikh Shah Baghdad has appointed, in every single time they have appointed, especially one son who is doing the khidmat for that tariqah. All the awlad of Ghaus al-Azam is great. But in this time, Hazur Shahzada Ghaus al-Bara is appointed by Hazur Sheikh Shah Baghdad. Wallahi Lazim, I've seen this with my own eyes, from my own feelings, that Hazur Sheikh Shah Baghdad at this time has appointed Hazur Shahzada Ghaus al-Bara for the spreading of Tariqah Qadiriyya and Tasawwuf and bringing people to Baghdad Sharif. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the himmat and the tawfiq to take the faizan of Hazur Ghaus al-Azam. और इसी अशार के साथ मैं इजाज़त लेता हूँ कि हम अपने शाह से उल्फत अज़ल से रखते हैं, करीब है मगर ये दौलत अज़ल से रखते हैं.
इंशाल्लाह खत्म वसीयत फास्ट इंशाल्लाह.
Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin an-Nabiyil Ummi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin an-Nabiyil Ummi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin an-Nabiyil Ummi wa ala alihi وسلم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. خذ بيدي شيئا لله يا حضرت سلطان شيخ سيد عبد القادر جيلاني المدد. خذ بيدي شيئا لله يا حضرت سلطان شيخ سيد عبد القادر جيلاني المدد. خذ بيدي شيئا لله يا حضرت سلطان شيخ سيد عبد القادر جيلاني المدد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا باكي أنت الباكي يا باكي أنت الباكي يا باكي أنت الباكي يا كافي أنت الكافي يا كافي أنت الكافي يا كافي أنت الكافي يا شافي أنت الشافي يا شافي أنت شافي يا شافي أنت شافي يا حادي أنت الحادي يا حادي أنت الحادي يا حادي أنت الحادي بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا حضرت شاہ محی الدین مشکل کشا بالخیر یا حضرت شاہ محی الدین مشکل کشا بالخیر یا حضرت شاہ محی الدین مشکل کشا بالخیر بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم یا حضرت غوث اغثنا بإذن اللہ يا حضرت غوث أغثنا بإذن الله يا حضرت غوث أغثنا بإذن الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سهل فسهل يا إلهي كل صعب بحرمة سيد الأبرار سهل فسهل يا إلهي كل صعب بحرمة سيد الأبرار سهل فسهل يا إلهي كل صعب بحرمة سيد الأبرار بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم امداد کن از رنج و غم آزاد کن در دین و دنیا شاد کن یا غوث اعظم دستگیر امداد کن از رنج و غم آزاد کن در دین و دنیا شاد کن یا غوث اعظم دستگیر امداد کن از رنج و غم آزاد کن در دین و دنیا شاد کن یا غوث اعظم دستگیر بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم يا شيخ سيد عبد القادر شيئا لله يا شيخ سيد عبد القادر شيئا لله يا شيخ سيد عبد القادر شيئا لله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم مشكلات بعد الدارين ما شيئا لله غوث اعظم پیر ما مشكلات بعد الدارين ما شيئا لله غوث اعظم پیر ما مشكلات بعد الدارين ما شيئا لله غوث اعظم پیر ما بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ما ہما محتاج تو حاجت روا المدد یا غوث اعظم سیدہ ما ہما محتاج تو حاجت روا المدد یا غوث اعظم سیدہ ما ہما محتاج تو حاجت روا المدد یا غوث اعظم سیدہ بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم خذ يدي يا شاه جيلا خذ يدي شيئا لله أنت نور الأحمدي خذ يدي يا شاه جيلا خذ يدي شيئا لله أنت نور الأحمدي خذ يدي يا شاه جيلا خذ يدي شيئا لله أنت نور الأحمدي بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وقت امداد یا شہ بغداد رس فریاد یا شہ بغداد وقت امداد یا شہ بغداد رس فریاد یا شہ بغداد وقت امداد یا شہ بغداد رسب فریاد یا شہ بغداد اللہم صلی علی سیدنا محمد النبی الأمی وعلى آل وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا ومولانا محمد معدن الجود والكرم ومنبع العلم والحلم والحكم وبارك وسلم عليه. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سقاني الحب كعصات الوصال فقلت لحمرتي نحوي تعالي سعت ومشت لنحوي في كروس فإنت بسكرتي بين الموالي فقلت لسائر الأقطاب لموا بحالي وادخلوا وأنتم رجالي وهموا واشربوا وأنتم جنودي فساقي القوم بالوافي ملالي شربتم فضلاتي من بعد سكري ولا نلتم لطفي واتصالي مقامكم العلا جمع ولكن مقامي فوقكم ما زال عالي أنا في حضرة التقريب وحدي يسرفني وحسبي ذو الجلال أنا البازي وأشحب كل شيخ ومن ذا في الرجال يعطى مثالي كساني حلاة بطراز أزمي وطفجني بتيجان الكمال وأطلعني على سر قديم وقلدني وأعطاني سؤالي درست العلم حتى صرت قطبا نلت السعد من مولى الموالي تبولي في السماء والأرض دكت وشامس السعادة قد بدالي وبلاني على الأقطاب جمال وحكمي نافذ في كل حال فلو ألقيت سري في بحار لصار الكل غورا في الزبال ولو ألقيت سري في جبال لدكت واختفت بين الرمال ولو ألقيت سري فوق نار لحمدت ما ضفت من سر حالي ولو ألقيت سري فوق ميت لقام بقدرة المولى تعالي وما منها شهور أو دهور تمر وتنقضي إلا تالي وتخبرني بما يأتي ويجري وتعلمني فأكثر عن جدالي مريدي همة واستخفغني وافعل ما تشاء فالاسم عالي مريدي لا تخف الله ربي مريدي لا تخف الله ربي أطعني رفعة نلت الملالي أو نلت المعالي بلاد الله ملكي تحت حكمي ووقتي قبل قلبي قد صفالي نظرت إلى بلاد الله جمعا كخردلة على حكم اتصالي وكل ولي له قدم وإني على قدم النبي بدر الكمال مريدي لا تخف واشي فإني أزوم القاتل عند القتال أنا الجيلي محي الدين لقبي وأعلامي على رؤوس الجبال أنا الحسني والمحدع مقامي وأقدامي على عنق الرجال وعبد القادر المشهور اسمي وعبد القادر المشهور اسمي وجدي صاحب العين الكمال وجدي صاحب العين الكمال اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا مولانا محمد المعدن الجود والكرم ومنبع العلم والحلم والحكم وبارك وسلم عليه. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. या इलाही ने फरमाया इमाम अल-अंबिया व मुरसलीन सय्यदुल अवलीन वल आखिरीन फख्र मौजूदात खुलासाए कायनात मुहम्मद मुस्तफा अहमद मुज्तबा हबीबे किबरिया ताजदार मदीना के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना अमीरुल मोमिनीन अली इब्न अबी तालिब रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना इमाम हसन अल-मुज्तबा रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना इमाम हसन अल-मुसन्ना रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना अब्दुल्लाह रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना मूसा जून रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना अब्दुल्लाह रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना मूसा रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना दाऊद रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना मुहम्मद रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना यहया अल-मरहीद रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना यहया अल-जी रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना अबू सालिह मूसा रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना व मुर्शिदना व शेखुना व शेखुश शयूख व शेखुल कुल सुल्तानुल औलिया व सालिहीन महबूब सुब्हानी कुतुब रब्बानी शहबाद इला मकानी अश-शेख सय्यद अबू मुहम्मद मुहियुद्दीन अब्दुल कादिर अल-जैलानी अल-हसनी वल हुसैनी हुजूर सय्यदना गौसुल आज़म रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना अब्दुल अज़ीज़ रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना अल-हिताक रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना शम्सुद्दीन रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना शरफुद्दीन रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना ज़ैनुद्दीन रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना वलीउद्दीन रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना नूरुद्दीन रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना इसामुद्दीन रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना मोहम्मद रवेश रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना ज़ैनुद्दीन रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना मुस्तफा अल-गैलानी अल-बगदादी रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना सुलेमान अल-गैलानी अल-बगदादी रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना अली अल-कादरी अल-गैलानी अल-बगदादी रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना अब्दुर्रहमान रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना सफाउद्दीन रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना मंसूरुद्दीन अल-गैलानी अल-बगदादी रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना अब्दुल कादिर मंसूरुद्दीन अल-गैलानी अल-बगदादी रज़ियल्लाहु तआला अन्हु के वास्ते या इलाही ने फरमाया हज़रत इमाम सय्यदना व मुर्शिदना सय्यदी व मुर्शिदी व सनदी व सिकती व रजाई व मौलाई अश-शेख मर्शिद हाशिम अब्दुल मंसूरुद्दीन अल-गैलानी अल-बगदादी हफिज़हुल्लाह तआला के वास्ते बिबरकत इन्नल्लाह व मलाइकतहु युसल्लूना अलन नबी या अय्युहल्लज़ीना आमनू सल्लु अलैहि व सल्लिमू तस्लीमा अल्लाहुम्मा सल्लि अला सय्यिदिना मौलाना मुहम्मद व अला आलि सय्यिदिना व अस्हाबि सय्यिदिना मौलाना मुहम्मद व बारिक व सल्लिम सुब्हान रब्बिका रब्बिल इज्जति अम्मा यसिफून व सलामुन अलल मुरसलीन वल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन.
اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا ومولانا محمد وبارك وسلم وصل عليه. اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا ومولانا محمد وبارك وسلم عليه. لا إله إلا الله 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 الملك الحق المبين محمد رسول الله صادق الوعد الأمين. إلا الله 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 إلا الله
illallah al-Malik al-Haq al-Mubin Muhammad Rasulullah Sadiq al-Wa'd al-Amin. Allah
Mustafa Jane Rahmat Mela ko salam Shamai Bazme Hidayat Mela ko salam Shamai Bazme Hidayat Mela ko salam Kaun Shabir जिसका जिसकी माँ फातिमा जिसका बाबा अली और जिसकी सुगरा मदीने में रोती रही उस हुसैन इब्ने हैदर पेला सलाम मुस्तफा जाने रहमत बेला को सलाम शमए बज़ में हिदायत बेला को सलाम शमए बज़ में हिदायत बेला को सलाम ओ सोलाज़म इमाम जलवाए शान कुदरत पेला को सलाम मुस्तफा जाने रहमत पेला को सलाम शमए बज़ में हिदायत पेला को सलाम शमए बज़ में हिदायत पेला जैलानी बिल्लाही माहिर जैलानी बिल्लाही माहिर अल मदद या अब्दुल कादिर अल मदद या अब्दुल कादिर अल मदद या अब्दुल कादिर बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि
لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على خاتم الأنبياء والمرسلين. اللهم يا أرحم الراحمين وأول الأولين وآخر الآخرين، اللهم ارحمنا وارحم الجماعة الحاضرين في هذا المكان يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم ارحمنا وارحم المسلمين والمسلمات، المؤمنين والمؤمنات، الأحياء منهم والأموات، إنك عزيز قريب مجيب الدعوات. اللهم لا تدع في مجلسنا هذا ذنبا إلا غفرته، ولا عيبا إلا سترته، ولا هما إلا فرجته، ولا فقيرا إلا رزقته. اللهم ولا مريضا إلا شافيته، ولا حاجة من حوائج الدنيا والآخرة إلا قضيتها لنا يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم دعوناك كما أمرتنا فاستجب لنا كما وعدتنا يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم لا تردنا بعد الدعاء من الخائبين، ولا من بابك من المطرودين، ولا من رحمتك من اليائسين. اللهم تقبل دعاءنا ببركة الأنبياء والأولياء والصالحين، خاصة وخصوصا سيدنا القطب الرباني والهيكل الصمداني، سيدنا الغوث الأعظم أبي محمد المحي الدين عبد القادر الجيلاني، وببركة إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم أجمعين، آمين يا رب العالمين.
سيدنا الحسين عليه السلام، سيدنا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم said about the maqam of سيدنا إمام الحسين: حسين مني وأنا من الحسين، أحب الله من أحب حسين. Hussein, he is from me and I am from him. He said, Allah, he will love the one, he will love Imam al-Hussein. أحب الله من أحب حسين. That is the hadith of Sayyidina Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. It is enough to understand what is the stage and the maqam and the level of the Imam Sayyidina al-Hussein alayhi salam. There is nobody, there is no human without mistake. Even Imam Sayyidina Hussein, they have mistake or anything, nobody can touch him because of the Sayyidina Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam hadith. That is meaning the orders. Sayyidina Imam al-Hussein, when he went to the Kufa, that time the Kufa, it is the center of the Khilafah, the city of the Khilafah al-Islami. The one, he is ready to go for the war. You have to go by his weapons, the sword and different dress, and arrange for the war like some soldier with him. Not he go for nice dress with a family, with a wife, with a sister, with a daughter, with a son, 6 months, years old, even. So that is meaning he was not going for the war. He mentioned and he said, ما أتيت إلا للإصلاح. الإصلاح في أمة جدي. الأمر بالمعروف والنهي عن المنكر. I have just came for change. No wrong to the right. من الباطل إلى الحق. And الأمر بالمعروف for the right things. Happened what has happened that time, and he became the Imam Sayyidina Hussein, Shaheed, and they call Shaheed Karbala because the place when he do the Shahada there in Karbala. Now, this is the Muharram Mahina. People upset in a different country because of the Imam Sayyidina Hussein alayhi salam. The Sayyidina Imam al-Hassan and Sayyidina Imam al-Hussein, Sayyidina Rasul, they say they are a leader. Sayyida Ahl al-Jannah. There is a Sayyid, but Imam Sayyidina Hassan and Imam Sayyidina Hussein, he is the leader of the Sayyid. Not in the dunya, he say in the Jannah. The Jannah the biggest. We are in the dunya for the Jannah, to save your place for paradise, Jannah. But Sayyidina Rasul said, Imam Hassan Hussein, they are a leader of Sayyid Ahl. The one, he made them happy. That is meaning now I am happy. شوية leave Torah. The one he made the Imam Sayyidina Hassan and Imam Sayyidina Hussein is happy. That is meaning he's made me happy, and when I'm happy, Allah is happy.
Subhanallah, subhanallah, subhanallah.
Sayyidina Rasulullah in the 8 days, the first thing he do, he called off the Imam al-Hassan and Imam al-Hussein. After this, he sit in the right and the left, he give them the Eidies. What he give them? Why? They become very happy. They go to the Mama Fatima, my Nana Rasulullah, he gave and this, yani. They give them Eidies. So, there's a story behind this. You come upstairs? So the same thing for to make the Imam Sayyidina Hassan and Hussein is happy in the Al. The Al Bayt Rasulullah started from Sayyidina Imam al-Hassan and Imam al-Hussein. Now look for this. Always Sayyidina Rasulullah, he want the Imam al-Hassan and Imam al-Hussein good maqam and happy, wearing good clothes, eating good. So always when he go to the home of Sayyida Fatima al-Zahra al-Batul, he saw Imam Hassan and Hussein, and they made sure they have a good eat themselves. There is a lot of story behind this. I will not mention now, maybe in the next week, but the same thing in the time, leave it where I'm talking. If you will give without, no problem, look slowly. From the backside start. The same thing for the Sayyidina Imam Hassan and Sayyidina Imam Hussein when in the time of Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, Sayyidina Umar and Usman, they have very big retirement wage. The biggest wage in that time for Sayyidina Ali and Sayyidina Imam al-Hassan and Sayyidina Imam al-Hussein. Why? Even from that wage they have gift for the 100, not 200 family for food and for clothes. See what is the wages of Imam Sayyidina Hassan and Hussein that time. Even they are wearing very good clothes, nice perfume, because this is in the Iman. And Nadafa, Iman, to make yourself clean, Iman, to make your clothes, Iman, to make your heart is Iman. All this is from the Iman. And Allah, they say in the book of the Holy Quran to the His beloved Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, وَأَمَّا بِنِعْمَةِ رَبِّكَ فَحَدِّثْ. Allah, they say to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what I have given you have to show, don't say it. There is no faida. Use it, He will not take it with you. For all the humans now. So, now we'll go to the Sayyidina Shaykh Abdul Qadir al-Gaylani. When he born in the Gaylan and he spent his life there first, he is born in the big family, not a small family, not a poor family. His Nana, Abdullah Sarmai in Paish Gaylan, he was the Zamidari. He have 1,000 acres of the land. That is the story when his father, Sayyidina Abu Salih Musa, he came and how he married with his daughter, Sayyida Fatima al-Mukhtar. That time they called for that house Baytul Akhyar and Baytul Ashraf. Al-Akhyar, that's the meaning, that is the family. They have a lot of money and khairat and they distribute for all the people needed, muhtajeen, charity. So always they go to the Bayt al-Akhyar, they say if you need anything, any clothes, food, any kind of help, only you have to go to the Bayt al-Akhyar. And Ashraf because of the nisbah for Imam Sayyidina al-Hussein, his father to the Imam Sayyidina al-Hussein alayhi salam, the Abdullah Sarmai. But the Sayyidina Shaykh Abdul Qadir al-Gaylani father said to the Imam Sayyidina al-Hassan from the Sayyidina Abu Salih Musa Jangi Dost. When he went to go to Baghdad that time, he had everything. And he was stay with a big family, good life. Even when they stay, they have like a palace that time. When he go in the top of the roof in that palace, in the Arafat, he see the people doing tawaf of Khanaka. When he used to sit outside in the gardens, and they have a lot of kind of the animal and cows. So he started to play with the cow. The cow, she stopped and she looked to the Sheikh Abdul Qadir and she said, "Ma khuluqta li hada ya Abdul Qadir." She said to him, "You are not for this, ya Abdul Qadir." So too many things happened with him. When he tell all this to his mother, it is very long story. Then she gave him permission. He went to the Baghdad, the Qafla, the thief, when they see him, he was wearing very good clothes and nice. So they are worried about him. Till when he reached to the Baghdad, to the border of Baghdad. Still he not reached the door of Baghdad. In the border, there is a door. Before he reached, some old man, he come to him and he stopped him and he said to him, "You are Abdul Qadir?" He said, "Yes." "How you know my name?" "I'm a foreigner, traveling from the country to the other country." He said, "This is not your job, not your business, how I know your names. But why you are here?" So why you are coming to Baghdad? Say, "I come to complete my knowledge. I want to be knowledge. I have to more knowledge." He said, who give you the permission to come to Baghdad? Have you take a permission? He said, "Permission from whom?" "I just come. I take my mother permission, my grand permission," and they say, "Okay, go." He said, "No. Without permission, you cannot enter the door of Baghdad." He said, "Uncle, who will give the permission?" He said, "Yeah, then you have to wait here till when the permission come to you." How long he will wait? 1 hour? 1 week? 1 month? He stayed 1 year. Sheikh Abdul Qadir Al-Gaylani, before he entered Baghdad, he stayed 1 year. Then he take the permission to enter Baghdad. You know, in this 1 year, of course you need to drink, to eat, change, wash, wuzu, salah, this, that. There is a hot weather and there is a cold weather. If somebody, you are traveling and say to you, "Baba, you stay in the hotel 5 days, don't leave the room." But hotel 5 stars. Not 1 star or 2 star, 5 stars. You will be angry, even you want to pay him money to go out. But Sheikh Abdul Qadir, he will not stay in the Maidan, yani, you see. Empty block. Even when he spend his money, you want to eat, you want to drink. They said they used to eat with the poor people, and they used to eat what is the poor people have left the food. And he's belonged to the Imam Sayyidina Al-Hassan and Imam Sayyidina Al-Hussein. He's Al-Hassani and Al-Husseini, Ahl Bayt Rasul. Till when the Sayyidina Sheikh Abdul Qadir Al-Gaylani, he's sitting still in the border, his mother, she become to know her son, still he need her. So she used to send the food. Any group, they go to Baghdad, they say, "Please, this is some food, give to my son, his name is Abdul Qadir." When somebody asked her, "Then how address?" He said, "Don't worry, go there, say Abdul Qadir, you will receive him. And he will receive you and you will give him." He loved the kebab, yani we call qima like kebab. So one day, there is somebody, he in the border, sitting and he eating the kebab. So Sayyidina Sheikh Abdul Qadir Al-Gaylani, he was see him and he loved to eat with him. And slowly he become close to him. That person, he saw him, he said, You want to eat with me? Please come, have share. He shared with him. So when he bite, he understand this is his mother food. His mother, she cook always. And he know the taste of his mother. He asked him, thank you to invite me. I eat with you. He said, Wallahi, it is not my food. I want to say thank you the one he said for me. He said, what? He said, I came from Gaylan and there is one mother, she said for her son, his name is Abdul Qadir. I'm searching about him, I not find him. But I scared for the food, he will become expired, 2, 3, 4 days. So I said, let me eat it. When I say, he will understand the situation that time. Then he said, don't worry, I am Abdul Qadir with this. I give mukhtasar how long the story started. After 1 year, the same old man, he came to the door of Baghdad, in the borders. And he see, still there, Sheikh Abdul Qadir Al-Gaylani sitting. He's only sitting? No, he was studying in the door of Baghdad. Then he becomes surprised. He said, Abdul Qadir, Allah, are you still here? Why you not go back to your home and this? He said, because you say to me, you have to take the permission and I don't want to go back to my home. I'm here for the knowledge. Why he said to him, go back to your home? Because anyone like this, 1, 2 months, he said, Baba, no permission, let me go back to my home. But here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, inna Allah ma'a sabirin. There is a test for your patience. If you have the good patience, after the hard time, there is a good time. Inna ba'da al-usri yusra. So he said, you said to me, I have to stay till when the permission, and I am waiting. Then he said, the old man, he said to the Shaykh Abdul Qadir, okay, now come with me. He said, where? He said, we go inside. He said, last year, you say I cannot go inside and to enter Baghdad without the permission. And now you say, come. He said, today there is a permission for you to enter Baghdad. Today, there is a permission to enter Baghdad. Plus, I have seen too many people, but I never see one like you have that big patience. He take him. He went to the one school. He said, now you will open this door. There is a mufti. That time, Mufti Abu al-Hammad al-Dabbas. He was a great alim and salih. He said to him, just go to him and tell him I am Abdul Qadir. I am Abdul Qadir, and he will know everything about you. He listened. He went. When he opened the door, he see there is 100 students sitting there, and Abu Hamad al-Dabbas only he's sitting in his church. And he saw him when the door is open and say, oh Abdul Qadir, you are here today, come here. So all the students say, who is this, how they know? Everybody have a question, they come close to him. So first thing Sheikh Abdul Qadir say, how you come to know my name? He say, I know your name from the one he gave you the permission to be here today. He say, who gave me the permission? He say, Imam al-Khadr alayhi salam. He said, where is Imam al-Khadr and how he saw me? He said, the Imam al-Khadr, he was guide you hand by hand, he bring you here. The one he was in the border, he come to you, you don't have the permission, and today he said there is a permission. He is a Imam al-Khadr alayhi salam. And they say today you have the permission to be inside the Baghdad. And there is more congratulations, basharat for you. He say, what is that? He said, Baghdad is yours. You are the leader, you are the owner now of Baghdad. And your name will be not only in Baghdad, your name will be from Mashriq Biho or Maghrib Biho. So the Sayyidina Shaykh Abdul Qadir, when he was studying all this, his mother, she was look after him. She sent him very heavy and good clothes and food. Even his jubba, from the silica. From the silica, Harir. The blue. Now in Turkey, in the Museum of Turkey. Like, I give you one Quran. one of the fellow, not Sheikh Abdul Qadir, fellow of Losbach Murid. Yani there is a Sheikh, but he's a Qadiri, belong to the Sheikh Abdul Qadir. He's in the Sham, he says, one of his Murid, he said, my Sheikh, today I'm going to Baghdad for some business. Pray for me. He said, Inshallah, Allah make you happy and successful. But when you are in Baghdad, you have to go to the my Sheikh and say my salam to him. And tell him, pray for me. Who is your Sheikh? Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani. When he reached to the Baghdad, somebody steal his money. He don't have money. He don't have anyone, he don't know anyone. He say, only the place I know, the place of Sheikh Abdul Qadir, let me go. When he got there, he saw a lot of people, the crowd, in, out, this. When he asked somebody, where is the Sheikh Abdul Qadir? He said, he was here, now he's not here. Second one, he said, oh, maybe he's in the hunting with some murideen, he will come, wait. He said, 5, 6, 7 hours, I'm waiting. Till when the Sheikh Abdul Qadir come, he said, he's here now, can I see him? He said, no, they have a guest, you have to wait, this. Till the night time, from morning till the night time. After Isha, then they call him and say, now your time is ready to see Sheikh. So he went, he see only Sheikh Abdul Qadir alone with him. He said, sorry about this, I have my mind, this, you don't understand my situation, but how can I help you today? He said, first thing, I am here for business and I have lost my money. And I know about you from my Sheikh Fulan. And he said, when you go Baghdad, you have to go and to visit my Sheikh and tell him, pray for me. He said, Inshallah, first thing, let's solve first the problem. You say you have lost your money or somebody steal it from you. I don't have money in my pocket, but I have this jubba. Take this jubba, good quality, and go to the market, sell it, you will have some money, maybe in that money they will help you to do some business. So he understands it is a gift and barakah, and he's a murid also, he understands it. Of course he will say yes. We take the jubba. And he went to the market second day morning. So he said, only in the market I have this jubba I want to sell. So when the people saw, oh, they understand. These, the jubba of Sayyidina Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani. So the first one he said, I give you 500. The second one he said, I will give you 1,000 dinar till become 3,000 dinars. He said, all my money when I come to Baghdad, it was 50 dinars. 50, now I have 3,000. He said, of course, take it, Baba, and give me my 3,000. He take 3,000, very happy. He said, now I go back, no need tijara. This is forever now. So he went to the Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani again, and he see Shaykh Abdul Qadir, he is waiting for him. But he see Shaykh Abdul Qadir, he was wearing same jubba. He said, Wallahi, Shaykh Abdul Qadir have a lot of jubba. He said, his jubba 3,000, and how much I will become rich? He never asked him about the jubba. He said, thank you, Shaykh, I have good receive. And he said, don't worry, don't mention the amount. The problem at least is solved, he said, solved. He said, but second thing, my Shaykh, he said, pray for me, pray for his Shaykh. He said, tell to your Shaykh, I pray. He put his hand, he said, Ya Allah, take the dunya from his heart and put the akhirah in his heart. The heart of his Shaykh, where he stay? In the mountain, in the one room small and nobody and always ibadah. He finished the meeting, he went back to his Shaykh in Sham. So when he went to his Shaykh, he said, are you okay? How is your travel? Alhamdulillah. Have you seen Shaykh Abdul Qadir? He said, Alhamdulillah, because of Shaykh Abdul Qadir, my situation is big now. And have you tell him to pray for me? He said, yes, I tell him, and he prayed in the front me, and he put his hand, and he said, take the dunya from his heart and keep the akhirah in his heart. Take the dunya, keep the akhirah in his heart. But he said, Shaykh, I don't understand. He said, what? He said, you are here, you sitting always, and ibadah, small room, you don't have anything, you are very poor, and your martaba But I see Sheikh Abdul Qadir there, the big place, and Muhyiddin, and even his jubba big. I don't want to mention the number, and the cloth, and the food, and this and that. How he say dua to take dunya from your heart and put the akhirah. He say, Wallah, he don't understand him. He say, what? He say, he is right. They take dunya. He say, why? He say, example, I go to prayer, I think for my slipper somebody will steal it. In my prayer. Or somebody will take my sajjada. I have left something outside. He say, what about the Sheikh Abdul Qadir? He say, the Sheikh Abdul Qadir, he don't love dunya, but dunya love him. There is a salihin, they don't love the dunya, but the dunya love them. And there is salihin love dunya. But of course there is a stage and martaba in the salihin level. The Sheikh Abdul Qadir Al-Gaylani, when they say for them, you are all high praise, high maqam, but still my maqam is bigger than you. Why? Because I am Al-Hasani wal-Husaini and my Nana Rasulullah. Anyone you have an answer, let's answer. So, in the end, Qamar Saab, he was in Baghdad, he was talking about this. There is people love dunya, and there is the people dunya love. But we don't talk about the people, we talk about the salihin and the awliya Allah. They don't love the dunya, but the dunya love. I don't need anything, but if this come to me, what I will say no, I will say yes. This is ni'mah come to me, I should accept it. Yani, when I go outside, example, some mehman with me, I want to buy some sambusa, this, I give them money, they return and they are give me money. I will say no, I take the sambusa with the money, I put in my pocket. If Allah may give rizq, لا يرد البخيل لا يرد يعني سخي إلا البخيل. The one he give you, he's a sakhi. And nobody can stop him, only the bakhil. Why? Because you don't want to give him again. So here there is a hadith Qudsi, السخي حبيب الله ولو كان فاجرا والبخيل عدو الله ولو كان زاهدا. This is the hadith Qudsi. So if anything come to you like this, say Alhamdulillah wa shukr. If not come, pray for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is a way to make them to come to you, inshallah. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.